Hey everybody, it's Lee from Lazarick Homestead. I'm here. Just let me get my YouTube side set up. How's everybody doing? I'll wait till a few more people get in here. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I figured I had a little bit of time. And I think we're all set. So hopefully we can get some people in here. How's everybody doing? I've been just getting some things done around here. I figured I would get on here before Sierra gets home. No. Hey, Brian and Cindy B. Hey, Cindy B. Hey, Brian. I had to do a few things this morning. Yeah, I went to the bank because Chris was all excited. He hit a scratch ticket. And I went to cash that check. He had to go to the lottery commission office because I guess anything over 600, you have to go to the actual lottery headquarters. So they give him a W-9G form or something for the taxes. Fingers crossed, Sassy Cat. You'll get it. Whatever it is, you'll get it. Don't mind my hair. I haven't done anything with myself this morning. I gotta stain up here. I don't know what it is. Probably from cooking or something. I don't know. So yeah, I went down and to the bank and I cashed that check and I put it away in our safe for his dentures. I took the tax part of it out, the money for taxes, and put that aside. So yeah, and then I was just doing my budget, working on. I'm trying to make a budget binder. I had this old binder. I've tried several different binders, but I had this old K-Sit binder back when I was doing super extreme couponing, and I would get those like Pokemon card sleeves or baseball card sleeves, and I would put all my coupons in there. But I don't do that anymore. I do couponing, but not that kind. So yeah. So I've been just working on my budget, creating templates in Canva and things like that. How's everybody doing? How's your day going, Cindy B, Sassy Cat, Brian? Todd's working on schoolwork. Hey, Joe. I was watching The Handmaid's Tale, but I paused it because I'm like, you know what? I should go live while Sierra's at school. Yeah. She's selling every kid at school is selling. Get this from the school. Oh, I used to drive for the Meals on Wheels, Sassy Cat. I used to drive my individual clients. We'd have a whole group of them, and we'd volunteer. It was, and we'd drive for them. We'd bring the meals to the houses. So it's a calendar for December, and each day of the month, there's one or two different prizes. They're all scratch ticket trees, gift cards for all over the place, free prom tickets, free tickets to some of the musicals, Amazon, Visa, Home Depot, cash, scratch ticket tree. There's two of those, a $500 cash on Christmas. And each one of these is $10. and each kid's supposed to sell 10. Well, I bought 2, one for me and one for Chris, and then told my boys they need to buy some. So there's 6 left. There's 6 left. And what do they ask for? They ask for your name, your phone number, your email address, and the student's name. Because I guess they email you if you win, let you know. It is cold here. Oh, it is 46 right now, but apparently last night we must have had a frost because I woke up today and there was frost on the grass. My lettuce all got frost and died. My broccoli in the greenhouse got hit with frost. I pulled all the lettuce. I wish I had pulled, there was only 2 heads left. I wish I had pulled them before. The broccoli's in the greenhouse, so we'll see. I left them in there because it's got warmer again. And then I pulled the volunteer potatoes that sprouted on my raised bed that I must have did pull. When we dug out the potatoes, I must have missed a few because they grew. They didn't flower, but I had some good, decent-sized potatoes on there. They were red Norlands, and there's some white patches on them, like they were coloring, but didn't get full coloring before the greenery died, so froze last night. So I dug them up. I'm gonna see if they're still edible. Yeah, I haven't been doing much today. I was gonna just take it easy. No, I'm not, Brian. It's too cold here in the winter. I don't have it heated, and I'm not going to. So nope. We'll just start back up in the spring. Hey, Sandra. No, Brian, I'm not. Actually, I'm going to take some aspirin because I'm getting a headache. I've been up since about 4 o'clock. I should be napping, but I can't. I just can't. It seems later than it is. I wanted a driver job, but not open at this time. Let me check my salary.
How's that? Is that any better? Got switched again. Let me know how that sounds. What done in the greenhouse this year? This past year I did cucumbers, lettuce, radishes, tomatoes, potatoes. I forget what else. Next year I'm not sure yet. What done the best in the greenhouse? Tomatoes did really well. Cucumbers did fabulous. The lettuce did good. They all did really great in the greenhouse. Oh my god, really great. Really, really great. I mean the broccoli, there was not one leaf with a hole in it, like outside where the moths get it and get the caterpillar moths. There there was no, those leaves were beautiful. It just got last night froze. They froze. We'll see over, it's supposed to be like this all week at night. So I don't think they'll do anything. I started them too late. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't feed them. All I did was water them. I didn't really feed them. I should have fed them, but I didn't do that. So, what are you guys doing for dinner tonight? I am doing chicken leg quarters, and I'm going to cut up some of my white russet potatoes into cubes and chop up some onions and put those on the bottom layer and then throw the chicken leg quarters on the top, season them. I do use a fan in the summertime, yeah, in the greenhouse. Yeah. It's just too cold up here now for anything, especially when you have a freeze overnight like that. Did you No, actually, oh, I should have gone. I should have. I'm gonna go get a piece. Be right back. One moment, please. One moment, please. Where's my plate? You had to mention it. Now I want some. Hold on. I'm gonna get it. I just had a sandwich, a turkey sandwich. But I could definitely go for one of these. I didn't have any yesterday. Yesterday was a busy day. I had a lot. I had a deep scaling done, and oh boy, this looks good. Probably even better the next night, like it is. Like, oh my gosh, heaven in your mouth. Chris really liked it. I'm not gonna put any cherries on. I don't need no cherries. Just added sugar. Now that you mention it, yum. Yum. It's sad. It's long, so it'll be even better today. I didn't have any yesterday because yesterday I went and had a deep scaling done on this quadrant. I never had that done. And it was fine until I had to get the numbing shots. That's what hurt the most. And then I didn't feel nothing after. And today I'm fine. It's a little sore, but not major. And fiddling with that little. Then in the afternoon, I came home. Then in the afternoon, I had to bring the twins to their ortho appointments. Hey, Han Solo. Been fiddling with that little Ravon. Traded junk so. I did have a good garden. I did well, except for some of the moth worms, but. Turkey hash a lot. Never had turkey hash. Oh my God, this stuff is so good. It's addicting. Oh my God. I tell you, you guys should make it. If you like pineapple and graham crackers, you're not going to want to stop eating it. You're not. It was just a turkey sandwich. I was tired already, Han Solo. But I've been sleeping better. Definitely sleeping better. I go through these phases where I don't sleep very long. Oh, Brian. This pineapple dream dessert that I made. I did a video. Did it drop? I think it did. Oh, you got it. It's so simple to make. So simple. What have you all been up to? Chris was so happy. He called me yesterday morning. He's like, guess what? And I'm thinking he hit a deer or something on the way to work. I'm like, oh no, what? He's like, yeah, I hit $1,000 on a scratch ticket. Because he usually buys one with his morning coffee. And he usually buys like a $1 or a $2 one. Well, I guess he decided he had this feeling and he just bought a $5 one and he hit $1,000. That he cashed it the same day. It was just so lucky he was out in that area where the lottery headquarters was. So, because I don't like to drive out to that town. It's a big city. He's like, oh, you'll have to go. And I'm like, I don't want to drive out there. If he left it up to me, that ticket would have never got cashed in. Oh, Brian, please do. It is unbelievably so simple to make this dessert. And it is so, it's heaven in your mouth. I'm telling you. That would be good with one of the ham strombolis. Sandra, that's how it's been for me. It's awful. Thanks, Brian. It's already spent. Can you believe? Okay, so when he went to the lottery commission's office, right? It was $1,000 scratch ticket. They charged $50 just for cashing it. I mean, and they don't even, no, not even, okay, my bad. He brings in his lottery ticket. They charge him $50 just to process a check and a piece of paper with the W-9 or whatever that goes for the taxes. $50. So he walked out of there with a check for $950. Then you're going to take the taxes out, which they had a lottery taxes estimator. So I punched in the numbers and it's $300 estimated for mass taxes. So right off the bat, $300 and then $50 for them to even give him the check. Yeah. Oh yeah, Brian. Some of the red potatoes that I grew, I have ready in a box. And the ones I pulled today, I'll probably let them sprout over and see what I can get out of those. Oh yeah. Plus I have some coming from Prairie Woods Potato Company, and their seed potatoes, and I'm going to be sprouting. They should be mailing them sometime this month so I can put them away to sprout. That's a pile of poop. We never won that big of a scratch ticket, so it's all gone. I put it away, and that's going to be part of his denture money. So hopefully after the insurance pays whatever's left, his boss is going to pay up to $2,000. So, but I don't think we'll have that much left after the insurance pays it. So we may not have to pay anything. Although we have to pay half down the very first visit. So we may have to pay first, and then his boss, once we give him the bill, he'll reimburse us. That's still good to win, but some, yeah. Hey, Garden State Gardener, how are you? But when I got a bill from the orthodontics for the dental braces, because his insurance, his boss never took the coverage for orthodontics. So they only had their father's insurance. So when he started at Sterling, they told us to send a bill in. So I had the orthodontics print out a bill for me on what our monthly payments, and they cut a check for $800. So, and I just paid yesterday for all 4 quadrants of my deep scaling. So if Chris, whatever's left over from the insurance isn't equal to $2,000, I can submit that bill. It was like $212 yesterday. And they'll pay some of that too. I think that's how it works. But that'll be good. It'll be a big help. My phone. One moment, please. My phone. I just got a message. Oh, never mind. This company is saying, go get vaccinated and boosted, and we'll give you a $75 gift card. No, thank you. Chris is a great worker. He works very hard. So I'll just be really grateful when the dentures money is paid on and gone out of my hands. I did grow my own basil for the first time this year, Brian. That's the only one I've tried. I did do garlic, and last year I made my own garlic powder. And I dehydrated pieces too. Hmm. I have to chew on this side. Thank you, Joe. I love my group here, all of you guys. I was fiending for all of you. That's why I did a live stream. I could have laid down and I was finished watching The Handmaid's Tale, but Chris has been wanting to watch that Game of Thrones, and I'm like trying to catch up on my other shows, but I can't seem to. And I keep wanting to put off Game of Thrones till our first snowfall. I don't know why. Our first snowfall, put the fire on, and just sit and watch it. I don't know why I want to do it that way. I just do. Is that weird or what? Well, his policy, she sent me an email, the lady in the office, starts May 1st. So it's May 1st to April 31st. Yep. So if he can get all the dentures done, the rest of his teeth pulled and everything before May. But that was the plan anyway. Normally I do, Brian. Yep. These were 39 cents a pound. Hey, Heroic. I should have thrown them in the freezer when I bought them and took out, vac sealed them and then took out an older package. But I'm like, I don't want to waste any more vac seal bags. I want to do this recipe now. We'll see. I usually use my chicken leg quarters for my chicken stock to make my chicken stock because around this time of year, they're 39 cents a pound. So I can get some really great chicken stock out of them after I roast them in the oven. And I'm not using expensive chicken. I'm only using 39-cent pound chicken. It makes the best stock. Oh my God. I'm eating it now, Heroic. I just finished it. Because somebody in chat mentioned it. It's so addicting. And it tastes even better after it's sat for 24 hours. What is probably toothpaste on here? So, yeah. I got a video this morning of me in the greenhouse showing you everything, even my frozen lettuce. So you'll get to see my frozen lettuce. I don't think I'm going to stay on too long because I don't want to be on when Sarah gets home. I want to be laying down and maybe for an hour or two, just take a little nap before I have to start dinner. Sierra has this ugly reborn doll that I want to throw on Facebook for sale. We paid over $100 for it. And she don't want it. I'm like, I don't want to just give it to Goodwill. I want to see if I can make some money off it. Hey, Firefly. I'm so sorry I can't go, Firefly. It's just too far for me. Too far for me to go and I don't leave the house in this kind of weather. It's too cold for me to be out and about. I get sick very easily. But thank you for asking me. $1 million pie. I had a recipe for that and I didn't ever make it. Yeah, I just don't do any. I got invited to my daughter-in-law. Her side of the family is having a small baby shower for the new baby coming, but it's all the way an hour, almost 2 hours away, and I'm like, I'm not going. No. No. No, thank you. But yeah, nothing exciting going on. I'm going to do a couple videos. I'm going to do a video tonight, but I wanted to do a video. I want to try my luck at making ghee. I saw Rose Red's video. So maybe next week I don't know. I may pull out some of my butter. I've never had ghee, so I don't know. A baked potatoes. I know. I love me some baked potato. If you're not feeling well, no. No, I'm just tired now. I'm just real tired now. Sierra woke up with a stuffy nose big time this morning. So I went to a Dollar Tree that's across the town. I have one right near me, but I had to go to the bank this morning. So I went to the Dollar Tree that's way down there. And they had nothing on the shelves. It's like almost wiped out. This Dollar Tree is almost empty. I could not believe it. There's like nothing there. I'm on Macrobid. What's that? What's Macrobid? Tell me what that is. Oh. Yeah, I never heard of Macrobid. Macrobid. Oh, antibiotic. Oh, yeah, I have one too here. She prescribed me doxycycline, 100 milligram tabs for because she did the deep scaling, and she also did some mouthwash. Prescribed me some mouthwash, but because I'll show you what I got. One moment, please. So apparently, because I paid for all 4 quadrants, because I just wanted to get the money out of my hands and pay for it, so I knew that I paid for it. I had to do it. I wouldn't chicken out for the rest of it. Once you pay for the complete all 4 quadrants, I'm sure they get the money back from your insurance, but they give you this. Okay? And in this box is the Genius X from Braun Oral B electric AI brushing recognition. There's this part right here. If you push it too tight against your teeth, too hard, it will turn red, so that you'll know to pull back a little. Yep. And then inside they give you an extra one of these heads, and they give you these 2 bottles, and so I'm sure they bill my insurance, but you get that when you finally finish all 4 quadrants or pay for it, and I had already paid for all 4 of mine. And then they gave me a pick, 2 more toothbrushes, and then all kinds of stuff in here. Gums, and then these flossers, and some straight ones. So I have all this stuff. We have tons of this stuff. Okay, I will hand solo. Oops. I dropped it. So yeah, I got all that. I gotta set that up. Already making me feel like crap. Apparently, kidney infection. Be careful. My mom had those because she didn't drink up enough water, and she already has kidney problems. And so do I. That thing called pretzel salad my aunt made. My mom said I'll go snap a pic of recipe when I find it. Ooh, sounds good. Wow, when I had the deep scaling done, I didn't get it. I know, I didn't know anything about that. And when she found out that I paid for the whole 4 quadrants, uh, she's like, "Oh, well, then you get this." I'm like, "Okay." But I'm not stupid. I know that they bill your insurance for that. And they told me, because I was supposed to go for a regular cleaning yesterday, my 6-month cleaning. And because they had put an estimate in last year for a deep scaling for me, they told me yesterday, after the day before my appointment, I think Monday it was, they called me and said because they put the estimate in, that my insurance would not pay for another regular cleaning until I had a deep scale cleaning. I don't believe that for a moment, but I could be wrong. I don't see how they can tell you when you can and cannot get a cleaning as long as it's within, after the 6-month mark, because they cover a cleaning every 6 months. But I don't know if it's because they put that estimate in and I just never went and did it. I put the estimate in last year, but then with his dentures coming up, I didn't want to do any added expenses. So I don't know if that's true or not. I froze some green peppers. I freeze a lot of green peppers too. I throw them in my spaghetti sauces and soups and things. I'm getting a deep scale. It's not bad. I was a nervous wreck, MPH. I was, they asked me if I was okay. I said, I'm just really nervous. I've heard people say it really hurts. I'm a big baby to begin with. I'm a big baby. I have to get that topical numbing just to have cleanings done. And hi, Lisa. And everything was fine. The only thing that hurt was the needles to numb it. She did 3. Yeah, 3. I literally had tears coming down, quiet tears. Wasn't bawling, but I had little tears because it was uncomfortable. But once that numbed up, I didn't feel nothing. I heard it all, and I heard the scraping. I'm like, how can my teeth handle that scraping? Because first she does the high pressure water pick, and then she scrapes off what the water pick doesn't get, and she goes wait in there, and it sounds like cement scraping against cement. And I'm like, how can my teeth handle that without breaking? But it does. Keep having it. I know. That's why I don't go anywhere, Firefly. I found out in a team meeting that I had with Todd's teachers that the MCAS in the spring are in person. And I'd have to go somewhere in Massachusetts, probably out towards Norwood area. And I told them right off the bat when I heard that, I said, I don't leave the house much. I can't for those kind of reasons. So they said, well, we can work it around it. Sometimes we'll go to a local library or something and we'll meet up there. I'm like, that'll be good because it's right down the street. I'll do that. How you doing, Lisa? I'm gonna stay on for about an hour. It's been a half an hour. I'll do another half an hour, but then I'm gonna get going. Yeah. So I was just running around all day yesterday because so this is what happened last night. So after we came back from their ortho appointments. It was 3:30. Todd wanted to go home, finish his schoolwork. So I said, Sierra, you want a Subway grinder? And she's like, all right. So I had 2 prescriptions I needed to fill, which is down the street from the Subway. So I stopped and ordered fish and chips for me. My face had stopped numbing. I could finally chew. And I ordered Chris a meatball grinder. And I stopped and ordered it. I drove down to Subway. She got her sandwich. Then I drove down to Walgreens, dropped my prescription off. She said it would be a half an hour. So I came all the way back up to get my food, me and Chris's food, and then drove all the way back down to get the prescription. And it was running. So by the time I got my prescription and got home, my fish and chips were cold. So I had to heat them up in the air fryer. And then I was just pooped. I was just pooped. I was done. Done. You're getting your shoulder surgery on the 21st. Oh gosh, we'll all be thinking of you, Lisa. I know, Firefly. I know. Oh, I couldn't do that. I thought about it, but I was like, yeah, I don't want to. I keep my eyes closed anyway when they're working on my teeth. I'm sure your surgery is going to go okay, Lisa. You'll be fine. You're going to have all of us thinking about you. Yeah. So I called my tax accountant because I wanted to find out information about the quarterlies. And he said the only time you have to file quarterlies is if you owe money and if you're making mega bucks. But if you're not making nothing, and I checked my, because we have this thing called Mass Connect, Mass Tax Connect. So all your tax information is in there. And if you owe money, it'll show up in there. And I checked and nothing, I don't owe anything, nothing's behind. It will get better, Lisa. 2023 will be better. Here comes Lori. Watch out. Hey, Prepper Steading. So I did ask him about that. And I also asked him because I've heard other YouTubers say that if they show their stuff that they purchase, they can keep the receipt and use it as a write-off. And I said, well, I do a lot of recipes and things. He's like, well, you probably can't do that because if you're eating the food, no. But if you're giving the food away or disposing of it, and it's strictly for your video to show it, then you could. But if you're eating it at home and the way I do it, I cook, my videos are for us eating, I couldn't write that off. As far as other things that I buy and put in a video, I don't know. I don't think so. So I don't know what these other YouTubers are saying. You know, I've seen a few say it on their channel, saying, "Oh, I just saved my receipt and I can write it off." I can write off like my computer if I bought a computer and if I buy office stuff, for my Thrive Life business, but definitely not if I was my groceries. I can't write those things off. So I still got a little bit to learn. I've been watching videos on that. Oh, you lost your mom last week. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it is tough, Sassy. It is. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do when my parents go. It's going to be hard. Has anybody heard from Giggles? I did text her the other day. Where are you driving? Oh, I'm not going to ask you. I don't want you to be chatting. I don't want you chatting and typing in chat, Prepper Steading. You're driving. Just listen to the soft sounds of my voice. That'll get you where you need to go. Hey, Be Charming. How are you? I just wanted to touch base with everybody. I haven't been on live stream since that one me and Chris did. But my neck's starting to hurt. I think I need to go take a nap. That's what I need. What I really should do is cut up those potatoes and get them cut and ready. But I don't want to do anything. But I got to cook that chicken. John, in February, I hurt my shoulder. Yeah, it's not been a good year for you, huh? Doing a little last minute prep. I went to the Dollar Tree and I got some more stocking stuffers for Brockton and Emmett. I thought I was done. I'm done now. I'm done. I just couldn't help it. I know, I want a nap too. Yeah, it's going to be my russet potatoes that I grew. I'm gonna peel them and cut them into cubes and lay them in the bottom of the 13 by 9 pan with some butter and seasoning. Throw my chicken leg quarters all seasoned on top of those and maybe cover them with some more onions. I'm doing more BS with Disney this week. Yeah, I know where she's been going. I texted her. We texted the other day. I'm doing more BS with Disney this week. They should pay you in bonuses or whatever. I hope Chris gets a bonus for I think he got a bonus last year, but I'm okay, so this is my plan, and let me know if any of you have ever done this. So I'm trying to do a budget, and I want to get a whole month's worth of bills saved, not pay the bills, but save it so that I can start this budget and go every week, all the bills, divide them by how many weeks in the month, and each week pay them. Right now, I leave all the money in the bank for the whole month. And then the auto ones come out, and then I pay the ones that need to be paid at the end of the month or when they're due or whatever. But I want to have a month ahead so that I can start strictly taking the money out weekly instead of letting it sit there. And anything extra I put towards sinking funds for bills that are coming up like next year. Like I have sinking funds for the difference in the oil. I mean, the electric. I have Christmas. I have driver's ed, and a certain amount coming. I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but trying to do this new budgeting system and just to get my budget set up, my binder set up is because I tried creating my own sheets. I'll show you a couple of the sheets that I made up on I was practicing with Canva. So that's where my brain has been. I'll show you what I made. One moment, please. I'll show you a blank one. Like these savings goals. This is driver's ed. So that's how many weeks it's a little car. And each car represents a payment. And I have a certain goal amount. It's $1,000. And I need to pay it by the end date. And then the start date is November. So every time I make that, I divided how much it was by the number of weeks I had left before that. So I'll color in each one. And that's just a savings tracker. And I did one for Christmas. It's like little Christmas trees. So I put a goal of $2,000, 11, and end date would be October 30th to have all the money. And every time I put one in, and then by the end, these all should be colored. It was just a fun savings tracker. But I'll show you what I created. Right, do you see my little piggies? And I went to Staples and I colored them because I don't have a color printer. But this is my sinking funds tracker. See the little piggy bank? It's a little pig with little change coming out of it. Oh, God, I'm not good with this camera. But it says your goal, the goal amount, the due date, weeks, the number of weeks to save for it, amount weekly and amount monthly, and balance. So I created that, and I'm learning how to do it on Canva. I'm not too bright. It's been taking me a while. Okay, Be Charming. I know I want Chris to get all his scrap metal out so I can take that money and put it towards the 1 month ahead envelope. But I created, I'll show you the regular monthly budget. I created that. So the date and each week, what he is what I'm budgeting he's gonna get and what is actual, and then all our bills, the amount when they're due, and then any miscellaneous spending, and then our sinking funds, and then a total breakdown at the end of the month. And my whole goal is to get it to a zero-based budget, to where every dollar went somewhere, whether it be in a savings account towards the bills, whatever. And then I want to see what I created these. I don't know if I showed those. This is prop money. I created that. I just designed it myself. So in my little savings envelopes, when it gets, into the hundreds, I can take all the little bills out and put one of those in there, and I know, and the real money is going to be in the safe, of course. So that prop money will tell me, okay, there's $100 bill in the safe for that account. But I've been finding all kinds of things to, do. But yeah, I want Chris to get that scrap metal out and cash it in and put that money towards getting us 1 month ahead. I used to be 1 month ahead. I forget why it's not like that anymore. Just makes it easier because then each week I can go down the list of bills and put that. Say your mortgage is $1,500. You put $375. You put it aside, and you do that with all your bills. But right now I pay them all as they come in. I just leave all his checks in the bank. That's how I do it. But I don't know. I've just been fighting around with these, Canva and PixArt and learning how to do things. What have you all been doing? I did say last night I was going to be watching TV all day and relaxing, and I haven't even laid down. I am tired, though. I don't know what Chris has for scrap metal left, but he's working on Saturdays, so he can't even get there to do that. But I made a list of all my sinking funds from every single thing during the year that we pay. Water bill, taxes, sewer cleaning, AAA, BJ's membership, everything, so that I can start putting a little away into these envelopes, and at some point they'll have enough in there so that when it's due, I'll have the money in there. It's like a little savings challenge type thing. All my Thrive Life money I keep in a checking account. So today I went and took it out, and I took what I estimated the taxes would be at tax time, and the rest of it I put in my 1 month ahead envelope so that I can get that started. I know. I don't know what happened, Sassy Cat. I was there, and then I don't know what happened. If you have any interest charging bills, pay those. I don't have any interest charge. We don't have credit cards. The only debt we have is the home. That's it. That's it. And in the budget that I've been planning out, I budgeted a 40-hour work week. He does well over that. Well over that. It's sometimes over 20 hours of overtime a week. So I budget 40 hours. That's what I write for the budgeted amount. And that's what I use. That's what I divide everything and work with for money for all the bills. And anything left over, I want to allocate towards. I want to try to make an extra $500 a month payment on our mortgage, and put some in savings and the 1 month ahead folder to get it started. Bye, Firefly. But we don't have any interest charging bills. Just the mortgage. That's it. And my goal is to get that paid off by the time Chris turns 50 or sooner. And we got 7 years before he gets paid. We've already been here 6 years. So it's a 30-year mortgage. But I'm not refinancing. I'm not messing with it. I'm not doing anything. It's staying the way it is. My interest rate is 3.37%. And that's what it was when we got this mortgage. I'm leaving everything alone. They said our estimated equity is $138,000 in equity we have, but I'm not touching it. We're just going to keep paying it off. I pay extra. I'm not refinancing. I'm not doing any of that mess. Hey, Mountaineer Mama. No. So I'm really, for January, I want to get a better handle on the budget. I was thinking of starting this budgeting in January, but I figure, you know what, I'm just going to do it now. Start it in November. Because if I started it in January, I could have my 1 month amount saved, but I'm starting it now. No early payoff penalty. I checked with them on that. And I'm only starting with a few sinking funds to get started. Some people, like, they plan every single thing they pay right down to birthdays, excise taxes, registration renewals. And I wrote out all those things. It came to like 37 different things that I could save for that come every year. But I'm only starting with 6 extra things to pay till I get a handle on it. But in the summers, he gets a lot more hours. This is the time where his work dwindles down a little bit. He'll still have work, whether it's going to he'll still have all that overtime. I don't know, but yeah. So that's what my brain has been. I've been sitting at this desk. I've been figuring things out, writing things down, and just figuring out things and trying to. It's a lot on my brain, but I'll get there. Like when we file our taxes, it's about 200, 220. Well, with the money that I put aside, I already have that for the taxes for February. For the actual tax prep, if we owe any money, but I don't think we will. We haven't owed money in years. Now that I'm not working, it's just him supporting the family. I don't foresee us having to pay taxes. I did see an article where the state of Massachusetts is refunding people when you filed your taxes in 2021. We're getting a refund, and it's not going to be taxable or anything like that. It's money that was owed to us. And there's a calculator that you could plug in the numbers from your 1040 form. And they said we're estimated at $620. And the checks started going out in this month in November, and they'll be all distributed by the middle of December. So that'll be a little extra $600 that I can put towards getting a month ahead. I have to really work on putting money away and leaving it there for that particular thing that it's used for. That's where I struggle. It seems like if I don't have a place for it to be going, I just throw it in the safe and keep taking it out whenever we want to go do something. I need to allocate certain funds for certain things and leave it there and not touch it. That's what I'm trying to work on, because I know that's a problem with myself. So that's what I'm trying to do. It took me years to actually pay the bills on time and not be late on things. And for several years now, we've been good like that. I've gotten more responsible with money, but now I want to go a step further and start putting money away for things that I know are coming up, like driver's ed's coming up. We're going to have that. We have that electric budget. So at the end of the 12 months, I might owe money. I want to have money in our oil account for next year ahead of time. So things like that I know are coming. Car insurance, I want to have the whole thing paid off for when we have to renew so that I can save those processing fees every month and not have to pay it every month. So that's what I'm working towards. It's a lot though. But I'm getting there. Well, listen, it was nice chatting with everybody. I don't want to keep everybody, from doing what they got to do. I got literally 5 minutes left, so I'm going to go do the dishes in the kitchen. I got to go get the towels out of the dryer and get the chicken seasoned and prepped. I probably should have done that this morning so it could have sat in the fridge all and just got seasoned. And maybe I'll go chop the potatoes and get those ready so I can just get it all in the casserole dish and throw it right in the oven. Thank you, Brian. You too. Everybody have a great day. Yes, Sandra. Well, that is part of what I included in my regular monthly budget, an extra 500 plus all those other accounts. So when at the end of the month, you're left with you're zeroed out. Every penny was allocated somewhere. Savings, I even allocated for miscellaneous for the month. Eating out, I allocated $75 a week to eating out. And we did really well because last weekend we went to Red Robin and the bill was $74 and some change. So we stayed within that $75 for the week. But my goal is to try not to not order out every weekend. And any money that's left in that envelope is going to go to that 1 month savings. And then I'll start with another 300 for eating out. But I'm learning. It's a learning process and it's brain draining with everything we have. I can't even imagine how it would be with credit cards and stuff. I don't have or car payments, so I don't have any of that. But tax time's coming. Usually we get a refund, so that money will get put away. And whatever we get, I'll allocate it to those sinking funds for the following year and have a good jump. All right, guys, listen, everybody have a great day. Prep if you got to. Prep if you have to. Cook something delicious for dinner. I got to make sure it's soft for Chris's gums. He's got a deep scaling appointment on the 29th. I think, and then after that, he'll be starting the denture process. So, at least for the top, because he still has teeth on the bottom he's got to pull, but we'll get there. At some point, you'll see Chris with some teeth. But anyway, big hugs to everybody. Thanks for coming in. I don't want to keep everybody, but I also have things to do. So everybody have a great afternoon. We'll see you somewhere else on the YouTube.